Come in, please.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Courtney from Stubbs Barbecue.
I'm Jake from here.
Pleasure to meet you. Can I take a seat?
Yeah, please.
Okay, awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. It's been a long day, but a good day, you know?
Yeah.
It's always a good day at Stubbs. All right, so I am under the impression that you are looking to bring Stubbs Barbecue into the Menards arena. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's only in the summer months, so like I'm not really sure how much I want it, but I know I do want to stock barbecue sauce.
Okay, awesome. So before I begin talking about Stubbs and all the benefits of Stubbs, I kind of want to hear just a little bit about Menards and what you guys are looking for, just so I can really make sure that my product is exactly what you need before we begin.
Yeah, sure. Menards is it's a company that is all about value. We're a bigger hardware store, but we compete with Lowe's and Home Depot, but we aren't like number one, and we're desiring more for a small town hardware store feel. So we're hoping that people can have these projects in their head and they come in, and we will be able to, with friendly customer service and just neat aisles and just a good store presence, that they can find everything that they need and maybe things that they didn't even think of to do the projects that they want to do. So so we're looking for value. I mean, you know the slogan, save big money at Menards. Yeah, we're looking for value, but we don't want to just have the lowest price. We want to have the best product as well.
Right. So quality with a low price.
Yeah, as much as possible.
Okay, awesome. Great. Well, the good news I have for you is that Stubbs can provide those both for you. And I know it's easy to just say, so I got to actually show you how that works. So I'm going to actually run you through a PowerPoint. Is that okay? Just really brief, run you through that real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah? Okay, not a problem. And just let me know if you have any questions along the way. We can keep going through this. And I can make this pretty brief for you too.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to talk about Stubbs here today. Just a quick little background on our history. We were founded by C.B. Stubblefield, a Texas war hero, and he was known for more than just his barbecue. He was really known for being friendly and making a lot of friends through that. And actually his barbecue all started in a mess hall. He served overseas for the U.S. Army in Korea, and then came over here, and he decided to move to Lubbock. And with that, he decided to create Stubbs Legendary Barbecue. It's a restaurant in 1968. So that's where our first restaurant was open. And then from there, he was able to gain a lot of popularity, and that resulted in significant growth. What's really cool, some local celebrities that came in through there that really made it big for him were Joe Eli and Tom T. Hall. And he actually ended up making friends with Joe Eli. Long story short, he ended up being on the Dave Letterman show, was able to really get his name out there. And from there, he was extending his product line to what it is today. And over the course of time, he started putting his products in the grocery stores. There was a need to expand and change his hand bottling process to one that was more machine-based. So that's kind of just a brief history. Any questions so far before I move forward?
Yeah, I guess I just have never really heard of your company, so it's interesting just to hear the history. Because when you set up this appointment, I wasn't really sure how I could trust a brand that I've never heard of. So
right.
I mean, I'm happy you came prepared.
Okay, awesome, good. So we're ready to move forward?
Yeah, from the history, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so then I'm just going to give you a brief background of our products. Right now we have 7 sauces, 5 traditional marinades, and 2 injectable marinades, and I actually have for you, so you can kind of follow along with me here.
I was going to ask what they're made of.
You got it, yep, and I have all of the ingredients for you here, and this is kind of in order of my presentation, so you can kind of follow along with me here. Our 7 sauces, and you'll see those are the first ones we talk about here. Our original is on the front, and that's what we started with right away. Our sticky and sweet is also a big seller. And then if you want to flip to the next page, and I have a copy myself here. Moving forward, you can see some of our more specialty sauces. We have the honey pecan, the sweet heat, and the spicy. And with that, you'll notice in bold that all of our products are made of all natural gluten-free ingredients, which is great for anyone that has dietary needs. Moving forward with that, I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm a big advocate on having things that are really sensitive to dietary needs. So there's that page for you. Then moving forward on the slide, we talk about our 5 traditional marinades and 2 injectable marinades. And you'll see that after we go past the hickory bourbon and smoky mesquite sauces. And the traditional marinades are like any other one, you know, you base it on and that's how it works, but The injectable marinade is what's really rare. And you'll see the Texas butter injectable at the very bottom here. That one actually won an award in 2012 at the National Barbecue Association. So we're really proud with that product and how that works. And then moving forward, we have some rubs, as you'll see on the next page. These are 3 of my favorites for steak, pork, and chicken. And with that, kind of a description of each and the ingredients with that. And finally, on the last page, you have all of your additional products, your chili fixin', which is great, awesome in the wintertime for a good bowl of chili, some wing sauce, and I love that with my pizza and wings. And then we have the Moppin sauce as well. And then behind that, you're gonna see some nutrition facts, just about calories, all the good stuff, you know, that you need to know about if you're watching what you're eating here. And then the final sheet we'll go over at towards the end of the presentation.
Yeah. Do you have any other resources that I can look over while you're doing this, or is this what you got for me?
This is what I have for you right now, but what I can do before we move forward is we can do a little taste test, if you would like, of our product. I have with me today our original Stubbs barbecue sauce, which is what we started with, and I have provided some spoons. I'm not sure. I'll probably have you pour it yourselves, just for...
Have you ever tried Porky's Gourmet Barbecue?
Porky's. I actually have not. I have heard that it is very good.
I think it's awful.
Oh, you don't like it?
I'm
No?
not a huge fan, so I'm hoping this is better.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to hope so as well. And then, like I said, that's our original. But in addition to our original, we have an array of other sauces. So if maybe this one's not exactly to your liking, there's a number of sauces we add as well. And I'm not sure if you've ever had Sweet Baby Ray's. Are you a fan of Sweet Baby Ray's?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
but can I actually taste both? So
yeah,
I can
of
kind
course. You
compare
can have a
one after
comparison,
another,
yes.
You know?
All right, just so you can have an idea of what we're
Thank
working with
you.
here. Oh, you're welcome. Perfect. I'll put this down for you.
All right. That's interesting.
Awesome. So what are you thinking after the taste test?
Well, I'm definitely going to want to look through all of these just to see what the ingredients are. I just want to make sure that, you know, like there's nothing that's too, I mean, I like that it's natural gluten-free, but I just want to make sure that everything's going to be okay. So none of these recipes are secret or anything? Like it's just out for the public and we can all look at these?
Mm-hmm. It's available online, well, at least with everything that's in there for all our ingredients. Of course, Stubbs' recipe is kind of, you know, his own personal thing, and we really value that here at Stubbs. But all of the ingredients, I assure you, are on there. They're available on our website, too, just in case, you know, you can feel free to take that back with you. But it's available for all of the customers, too, online on our website.
How can I trust Stubbs? How do I know? Last time I dealt with a salesperson in barbecue sauce, it didn't really work out for me, and I just want to know what's going to make this experience different.
What's different about Stubbs as opposed to anything else?
Yeah,
That's
like
the question
what
you're
can you
asking?
promise me that like my shipments are going to come through, that nothing's going to get lost, that like if I was to make an order that the customer service will be there. Like I just want to know that I'm working with, if I was to go forward with this, that I could work with a company that I can trust.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, that's definitely a valid concern. You know, what's really funny, actually, the owner at the Ace Hardware just up here in Palos Heights kind of had the same concern as you had with wondering, you know, he had heard that working with smaller companies, you have that difficulty in interacting, and that actually really isn't true with Stubbs. We've created a customer satisfaction survey that we presented and we actually give to each of our clients. And the return one that we got from the Ace Hardware store was nothing but good things. And I can assure you at Stubbs that we are great with communication. I can give you the personal number of the person that you'll be dealing with. We've never had issues with shipment. If we have had an issue with shipment or there's some miscommunication, we're sure to be in contact with you. You know, a lot of the concerns that companies have with looking with us is thinking that smaller means less efficient, when in actuality we would consider some of the bigger companies like the Kraft and all these established ones. You're dealing with a large organization with a lot of people and a lot of contacts, and we kind of narrow that channel of communication. So I can assure you that you'll be in touch with the right people and they'll be in direct communication with you.
Have you tried any of these before?
I have, yes. I like the wing sauce for myself. That's actually under the specialty products.
Sure.
In addition to that, I am kind of a spicy girl. I'm from the Southwest, so I like my spicy sauce with mine. And it's really similar to the original, like it says in the description here, but it's got that kick of habanero sauce on it, which
All right.
I love. But I'm not sure what your personal tastes.
Yeah, I just
look
wanted
like.
to hear what you were into. Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
what kind of stuff you've tried.
Oh, no, great question.
I liked the original, but yeah, I just wanted to know.
Good. Any other questions I have for you, or that you may have for me?
How would like pricing and stuff work for orders and stuff?
Okay, yeah, and I'll actually get to that at the end of the presentation. If
Oh,
you want,
okay.
I have a pricing sheet for you, and I can talk to you about that as soon as I get done with the benefits.
Yeah,
Are there any other
sure.
questions you have about our products
No, go ahead.
before moving
keep
forward?
going.
Okay, perfect. Keep this brief. So, like we had kind of talked about earlier, why Stubbs Barbecue? We talk about the gluten-free and natural ingredients, and like you said, you know, for yourself personally, gluten-free is not a big contender in this, but when you consider your customers, that is a big deal to a lot of customers these days, and the natural ingredients. In addition to that, it's based off a successful restaurant chain, so we do have a trustworthy product. You know, we've had a successful restaurant chain in Texas, so you know that what you're getting obviously has created a great reputation for us at Stubbs.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we have a variety of flavors and options like we had talked about. Something that we really didn't discuss was the fact that we have really bold flavors. So you really get a lot of bang for your buck. You don't need a whole lot of sauce to bring flavors to each of the pieces of meat that you consume, which is great because it's really conducive to someone who's looking for a lower budget lifestyle. In addition to that, we have discounts for resellers. So that's where we can go into this pricing strategy here, and it's actually at the very end of the packet that I gave you, the very last sheet. Perfect. Any other questions before moving forward with the pricing?
No, go ahead.
Okay,
please.
perfect. I'm going to set this down here, and we can continue with the pricing strategy. Okay, so as you can see here, we have each of the products listed and the amount in each case, and that varies between the barbecue sauce, marinade, rub, etc. You can see the retail price on here and the price per case and the profit margin listed right here, which, as you can see, the big money makers is definitely the rub and the liquid smokes, and our rubs happen to be our best sellers, so that's great news for you at Menards. At the bottom, you'll see in the asterisk, there's a number of purchase discounts. So for a big company like Menards, I'm going to assume you're going to be buying in bulk. So over 100 cases would be about 10% off, and then in the parentheses you can see how much that would cost for each. If you wanted to go more of a smaller size, if you're looking for a trial run at Stubbs, there's additional discounts as well. Yeah. And then at the bottom it talks about creating the aisle display, and that would be $1 per case discount, and then the co-payment of newspaper advertisement with Stubbs would get you 50% off as well. So a lot of great opportunities to save for big companies like Menards, and where you guys really do value a low price, but providing your customers with quality products.
If we were to do, like, for example, an end aisle display, which of these 5 kinds of products would you suggest? Or would you do a variety? Or like, what do you think are what's gonna sell if we put them really visible?
You know, for me, I would definitely focus on the best sellers. I would focus on our original and our spicy barbecue sauce, because those are the 2 that seem to sell the most. Maybe do a combination with a couple marinades. Definitely the Texas butter injectable, especially because it was award-winning. And my suggestion with that would be to play off of that, because it's really going to gain the customer's interest. And then maybe put a couple rubs on there in addition. I wouldn't go along the lines to pick such specific items like the cooking sauces and those kind of things at first. I would kind of let your company, or let your consumers kind of transition into that. But that would be my suggestion.
Yeah, sure. All right, well, I can definitely pass this along.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts after this entire presentation? Where are you at right now?
Well, I can't say I'm at the point where I can make a final decision, but I can say that you've convinced me to at least pass this information on to the other people in my buying committee. So
Wonderful.
I'll definitely pass this along, and I'll kind of share with them what you shared with me. Would it be possible that I could keep the can of Stubbs barbecue sauce?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just any resource that I can, what you gave to
Oh,
me.
yeah,
that I can
exactly.
Give to them. Yeah,
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be great. Yeah, that's going to happen in a few days, so I'll just look over this a few more times, and then I can present them with what you presented to me.
Okay, awesome. What does your schedule look like for the end of this week? Is it pretty busy, open?
Yeah, well, the meeting's on Friday, so today's Tuesday, so the committee meeting is Friday, so we won't be able to do anything this week, but I can have my secretary reach out to you early next week.
Okay, perfect.
Does that sound-
Does Friday work for you of next week or towards the end of the week next week?
Next week, yeah, we can. If you want to wait, yeah, we can do next week
Okay,
Friday. So
perfect.
not a week from the meeting. That's this Friday.
Okay, perfect. I'll clear out my schedule to make sure that I have some time. Because if you would like, I'd be more than willing to come in. I can do this demonstration with you once again and with the other people that you're talking to, answer any questions they might have.
It's a closed door meeting for
Okay.
the buying committee, which
Okay.
I didn't want to insult, but
Oh, no, not a problem.
How about next week Friday? So a week from this coming.
Okay,
Friday, we'll do
perfect.
that.
That'd be awesome. We can do a follow-up then.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions you have for me today?
I think that's it. If I have any, I'll reach out to you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Have a great day.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you.